Hey, Doug Franklin coming to you from the LeaderTrex office again. Wanted to answer another question that I get often, and it's kind of a timely question for this time of year. I know a lot of you are thinking about the upcoming school year and how you're going to formulate your vision for this year, how you're going to connect your vision to your adult volunteers, and then have that vision connect with your students through your adult volunteers. Vision is an important thing. It guides our mission. It instills energy and excitement into our adult volunteers as well too. And so having a clear vision is really important. I think there's some really important things that go into vision that I want to share with you today. And the first is passion. I believe your passion needs to go into vision. I don't think you can have a vision for your ministry or for your youth ministry that you get from another church. Like you can't have the same vision that a Willow Creek has or that Saddleback has. You have to have a vision that comes from God for your youth ministry, and your passion is a key to that. When I was a youth pastor, I focused a lot of my youth ministry on leadership development. Surprise, surprise. But God has placed that passion inside of me. And so when I used student leadership development to push our ministry forward, it was very effective because students saw my authentic passion that I had for it, and it connected with them. So a key to the vision that I had for my students came from the passion of wanting to see them develop as students. I think another important element in developing a vision or having a vision for our ministry is values. What do you value? Well, I value growth. I value development. I value personal development, spiritual development. I value moving forward. And I value these things over things like community or Bible study and other things like that. And so a lot of what happened in my youth ministry was focused on the value of building and growing. And so we used a lot of tools and intentional activities to help our students grow. That was great for our vision because that came from who I was and the value system that I had. I'm not against community and I'm not against hanging out and I'm not against those kind of things. But they didn't fit who I was, so they weren't part of our vision. Our vision was very clear to who I was because God had placed me in that position of leadership. And I believe that He had given me passions and values that He wanted to have me live out in front of the students. So I think the same thing is true for you. Passion, values, and then another thing, consistency. I think one of the things that I think gives our adult volunteers a feeling of helter-skelter is when we change our vision every year. I think one of the important things that we have to do as youth workers is identify passions, values, things that we want to see happen in our students' lives, and we need to be consistent with those things. So if you want to change your vision for this year, okay, change it this year, but don't change it every year. If you've changed it in the past few years, maybe tweak it a little bit or build upon it. But your vision needs to be consistent. The longer it's consistent, the deeper in the heart of your adult volunteers it'll go, and the more effective it will be. Just one last thing on this vision thing that I think is really important. Make sure that every event and every activity that you do in youth ministry this year connects to one aspect of your vision. Just kind of give you an understanding of that. I used to say reach, grow, go as my vision statement for my youth ministry. And when we had an event that was a reach out event like the fall retreat, I'd say to our students, hey, students, we're doing a reach event this coming month and we want you to bring your friends. When it was a grow event, we would say, hey, this is a grow event. We want you to come knowing that we are going to be focusing on growing our lives spiritually. When we had a go event, maybe a missions trip or a monthly outreach that we did in terms of service, we'd tell our students, hey, this is a go event and we want you to be there with a heart ready to serve. When you can tie your vision to every aspect of the ministry, then your students and your adult volunteers will get it easily and quickly, and they'll know what the ministry is all about, its purpose and its function, so that they can serve in it, care more about it, and push it forward for you. Vision can do a lot for you, but if you don't have it connected to what you're doing, it won't be that effective.